On second down, it's Cook, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Will Compton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison, 41 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Jones has it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
On second down, Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. On third down, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, earlier we looked at the AFC playoff picture. Let's quickly peek at what's going on in the NFC right now. We mentioned Seattle and New Orleans would get the byes if the season ended today. The matchups, though, first-round wildcard weekend would be San Fran and Dallas and Minnesota and Green Bay. I smell ratings, my friend.
Big-time ratings. Let's start with Minnesota and Green Bay because that would be their third meeting of the year as they are division rivals in the NFC North. And, of course, going to Lambeau anytime after October 15 is dicey with weather, so you don't know what you're going to get. Minnesota now a dome team. How about San Francisco at Dallas? You could potentially have a San Francisco team with 12 or more wins going on the road to take on a division champ, the NFC East. Dallas, that may have 8 wins. Doesn't seem right, doesn't seem fair, but that's the system. San Francisco may very well have to do it.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On second down now, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Throwing on second down. Carr. Caught by Jones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Throwing his car on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Cousins the thrower. And he's able to find Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They run again on first down. Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 72 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those.
They've got his man complete. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Cousins now. That'll be complete to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You got tight right there. Letter 9. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
He's back to throw. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Back to throw, Carr. 20. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Hey, defense.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try now for Carr. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Hey, Haywood. Watch the screen. Pass. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
I can't believe they didn't let you.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, there's no doubt this is going to be talked about for days to come. The decision to go for two in the win with all zeros on the clock, and they don't get it. Some questions to answer.
No doubt about it, and I'm always reminded by people I've worked with before, by coaches I've talked to, they always say you have to know what you're going to do ahead of time. Don't let emotion rule you, because the people on the sidelines, the guys on the team, let's go get it. You've got to make that decision as a staff during the week, away from everyone else. That's the question we'll be asking after the game.
So that'll just